Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
Official.
Good afternoon.
We're getting started. And we're going to get started with Elmer Dinoso by saying the invocation.
Oh, okay. Let's all rise and bow our heads. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings, for the love you have showered these people gathered today. Always guide us, protect us, and continue to bless us in all our endeavors, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Right, now we're going to have Karina doing the pledge.
I pledge allegiance.
You have to say,
flag.
Oh.
you have to ask us to stand, put your
Please.
place your right hand on your,
Okay, please
Face the
stand.
flag.
face the
Face the
flag.
flag and put the right hand
on your heart.
on your heart. Okay, let's start. I
pledge
pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Now the president is Toastmaster, which is me.
Yeah.
I'll be taking the role of the Toastmaster for today. Now we have, oh, guess me, Jessica Morales saying the mission statement. Want to go ahead and get started with that? The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Got that? Now we have Karina, she'll be the grammarian. No, give me 1 second. So that's,
I'm the outcome.
I'll count.
I'm sorry, yes. Karina, you'll be doing the Archon. Can you please explain that to us? The Archon.
Okay, the
And-
outcome.
And I have a page right there if you want to get it for you to keep
Okay, should
control.
I go over there?
Yes,
now?
please, because I can't. Just get that page right there. That's for you. And then also, if you stand out there and say, what would you be looking for when we speak?
Okay, being the art counter, I should pay attention to when the speaker's delivering the speech,
Yes.
to pay attention to other filler words like the and, so, to see how many times they subconsciously or consciously use those words and to keep track of those filler words for them.
Okay, perfect, thank you. On the other side of the sheet, you can put, right on the side the name and then keep track on just a little mark on each word that I say. Okay, now we have Buzz, he's the grammarian, can you tell us the
You're
role,
the
please?
grammarian?
But you took my job. But thank you. As a grammarian, we're going to learn about the word of the day.
Okay.
And the word of the day for today is self-deprecating.
Self-deprecating.
Self-deprecating is
Self-deprecating.
belittling or
Belittling.
Belittling.
Yeah.
belittling or undervaluing oneself exclusively. Modest.
Excess.
Excessively.
Excessively. This is my second language.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just graduated from DSL.
Belittling or undervaluing oneself. And
Excessively
excessively modest. So it's
Excessively
making fun of
Deprecating.
yourself.
Self-deprecating.
So,
Self-deprecating.
if I use it in a sentence,
Yeah. Usually you use it in a joke, like
yeah.
if you want to make a joke of yourself, so you're being self-deprecating instead of making fun of others, you make fun of your own self.
So, if I was to use it in a sentence,
Yeah.
as I was telling the joke,
Yeah.
I was self-deprecating myself,
Yeah.
so I'm not making fun of other people, but I was making fun of myself
Yes.
as part of the joke.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
great, all right.
Keep it out.
Forget to recognize our Toastmasters. Now we have Elmer, he's going to be doing timer, can you please?
No,
Oh,
Vas will do
Vaz
it.
took the job.
Vaz, okay.
Wow.
All right.
Many hats.
Vaz, can you please let us know the roles of, for being a timer?
Yes. Different hat. As a timer, what I'll be doing is I'll be evaluating during your speech the amount of time you'll spend. Now, as the first speech, you'll have 5 minutes, or the light will come on green light will come on after 5 minutes. 5 minutes meaning you qualify for the time that we want you to be up there. And then after 6 minutes, the yellow light will come on, and the red light will come on after 7 minutes. Then you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Now, as the evaluation goes, you have the green light comes on in 2 minutes, the yellow comes in 2.5 minutes, and the red will come on in 3 minutes. And then you have another 30 seconds to wrap up your evaluation. Table topic is a little bit shorter time. The green will come on in 1 minute, the yellow will come on 1.5 minutes, and the red will come on in 2 minutes. At that point, conclude your speech, and then you'll qualify to meet the required time for the speech.
Great, thank you. Let's give it up a lot. Who's doing vote counting? Who's the
Boss.
Okay, Blatsky, please let us know what you're doing as a vote counter.
I better get a big check, Jesse. As a vote counter, what I'll do is I'll be counting after each speech. Make sure you take the slips that you have ballots in the brief evaluations and fill those out, and give them to me. And I'll count them at the end of the day. We'll see who won for best speech, best evaluator, as well as best table topic of the day. And make sure there's other little pieces out there. Larger says first speaker, second speaker. Those are we call those love notes, as Beatrice calls them. Just fill those out and give it to your fellow Toastmasters, so they'll understand what they did first. We like to say something good about the speech, and then you could really say something that that you think will need improvement on your speech.
Exactly. That's great. Get up for us. Okay, now we're gonna get started with.
Again? No, not right.
We have. Elmer, are you speaking?
Yeah.
Okay, we have two speakers.
Okay.
We have Beatrice, to be the first speaker, and we have Elmer, who is evaluating Beatrice. Can you please?
How can that be? Like, he might put all negative because he's speaking.
Yeah,
Put a head
we
on
have
it.
another
I know.
independent evaluator.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think we have
different
But you
evaluator.
should be the evaluator then.
No, I think he's done a lot, man. So maybe you.
Because I don't think we should, because I'm not even experienced,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
so
we
new. It's not.
Oh, okay.
I
Maybe
think
just,
it-
it's okay, just
maybe
do it.
maybe just you and
Just don't make
Beatrice
too
you
hard.
speak and you evaluate Beatrice and probably
Maybe
just,
Vice
evaluate
versa,
me
maybe.
And I evaluate.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I
I evaluate her and she evaluates me.
okay, I think that's fair. Hey,
Let them have it, you guys.
it's something different, and we'll see how it turns
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
The thing is being creative and really not letting things take us out the main goal, which is here to develop ourselves. Okay, so this is a great opportunity to create something different. Okay, in this case, we have Beatrice.
Yes.
Beatrice will be evaluated by Mr. Elmer Hinoso. Please let us
Where's your
know
manual?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
about the topic and also what number will that
It's
be?
project number 8.
Project number 8.
Wow.
Yeah, it's. Oh, sorry, 9.
9.
Persuade with power. The topic. To persuade with power.
Project number 9,
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
so you're almost done.
Yeah. You don't have any book, right? Yes.
I don't know.
Do you?
I'm
have-
doing project number 6.
You're in what? In the CC? You're doing it again?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh, I thought.
Okay, I'm so pleased and honored to evaluate Miss Beatrice here. A very competent speaker already. And she's doing project number 9, Persuade with Power. Her objectives are to persuade us, the listeners, to adopt your viewpoint or ideas or to take some action. Appeal to the audience interest. Use logic and emotion to support your position and avoid using notes. It's 5 to 7 minutes. And the title of her speech? Oh, New Year's Resolution.
All right, okay. So let's give it up for, please come it up,
Yahoo!
Beatrice. All right, all right, good job, Beatrice, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, my fellow Toastmasters, and my honorable no guests. So, how many of you have made your New Year's resolutions already?
Yeah.
Wow. So what actually motivates us? It's nothing like magical that happens on New Year's Eve that gets us to write what we are going to do this whole year. But something really motivates us. Is it to do with money? Is it to do with health? Is it to do with prosperity? Is it to do with love? Love does makes us do some crazy things. Don't you all agree?
Yes.
Yes, Elmer, you agree?
I agree, 100%.
Oh, okay. But the irony is we break them even before we make them. Don't you think so? So, for a little bit of history, this New Year's resolutions was introduced to us some 3,000 years ago by the ancient Babylonians. Did you even know that? I just read it somewhere. So I was reading this article on Inside Science News Service, and it says about how to make resolutions that you could follow, written by Patricia Quigley. And Patricia talks about this psychologist. He's a clinical psychologist in Harvard Medical School. His name is Srinivasan Pillai, and he tells us that biology plays a role and that the brain is the director. And it takes, to root these resolutions, it requires more than just saying them and writing them. So Mr. Pillai has given us some tips on how to make solid resolutions that have a high probability of accomplishment. And the first one is, he says, to get excited about your resolution. This will help the brain cement your goal. And the second one, he says, is make these resolutions in a quiet place so that the brain can focus. And the third one is to think them through and phase them in a specific and careful way. And don't make broad resolutions, because when you make broad resolutions, you don't likely keep them, and make them happen. But when you specify them, like, I'm going to change my diet from tomorrow, and that's more likely to happen, instead of saying, I'm going to lose weight. That never really happens. And the fourth point he gives us is to frame your resolutions as a positive statement and picture yourself actually undertaking the action. And this is likely to activate certain centers of the brain. And there is another, so these are the 4 tips that he's given us. And according to Simon Rago, and he is a psychologist of Albert Einstein, medical college. And he's also a director of psychology training at the Montefiore Medical Center. And he says, to make your New Year's resolutions smart, meaning specific. He says attainable, rewarding, and time limited. So this is the advice our professors give us. But Patricia still feels that even with good intentions, we still fall short. We still never get to play them out well. And so what do you think? What do you think we need? Our professors are talking about self-dependency. Our professors are talking about depending on yourself to be able to carry out these goals. And when we find ourselves pushing ourselves to do it, what happens? We break down. We have tension. We are tired. And so we need, what should I say about our power? Don't we feel that our power is limited? We need more power, don't you think? When we are run down and we think about energy drinks and we need more power. One minute, I can't see that. Is it on green? Okay, so we need like supernatural power. Do you agree that we need supernatural power to make this happen? We all need a miracle. You agree with me?
Yes.
Yes? If you say yes, put your hand up. Yes!
Yes.
Yes. So, I have a tool that could provide you with this supernatural power, because I'm speaking with experience. And this tool is the Bible. I know like many people frown when you even say Bible because it's connected with religion, and religion is bad. I agree 100%. Religion, what does it do? It stirs up strife, dissensions, and we don't want anything to do with religion. When you talk about religion, we walk away from there. But if we remove religion and use this tool to tap into its supernatural power, we will see results. Why? Because it claims. The Bible claims that you can do everything through Him that gives you strength. And that's what we are looking for. Power, supernatural power. We need that to help us accomplish our goals. Bible is saying it's there for you. All you got to do is put your hope, put your trust, and I will supply you with all your needs for your enjoyment. It's true. So I recommend you guys to do what I did. Take hold of this Bible and enjoy its power. Enjoy your new hope. Enjoy your new life. Enjoy 2013. Happy New Year.
All right, good job, Beatrice. Absolutely, let's give it up for Beatrice. Yeah, good job. Okay, now we have the next, in a minute?
A minute.
Okay, well, let's give Elmer a minute to finalize his notes.
Heartbeat.
Okay,
Here's my manual.
the next speaker is Elmer, and we have Beatrice, she will be doing Elmer's evaluation. And please, Beatrice, let us know the speech numbers.
Yeah, project number 6. Elmo's going to talk about vocal variety.
Okay.
And the objectives are use voice, volume, pitch, rate, and quality to reflect and add meaning and interest to your message. Use pauses to enhance your message. Use vocal variety smoothly and naturally. And the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. So just giving it up for Elma!
The
Drum roll!
title of the speech.
The title of the speech, I'm sorry, is A Driving Nightmare!
Already, yeah? Is that in the 57?
Yeah, this morning. In my almost 25 years of driving, I have been stopped 3 times by the police officer, all for the same violation. Rolling stop. So every time my wife is with me in my car, she would always alert me if there's a stop sign ahead. And she would always tell me if I did a full stop or not. If I did not, I would have to deal with a 10-minute lecture on about my driving habits. She would always tell me, you have to count 1 to 3 after you stop and then you proceed. Fellow Toastmasters, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I remember distinctly July 26, 2012. I was driving on Norwalk Boulevard, going home, and I stopped at 183rd and Norwalk because the light is red. And I see from the corner of my eye there's a pedestrian on the other side, waiting for the green light to come in. So I guess he wants to cross the street. So the green light came, and I put my signal light to make a right turn, and I was waiting for her to cross. She was, I think, hesitating. I counted 5 seconds. If she doesn't move, I'll proceed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I immediately made my right turn, and for all of a sudden she did her move and crossed the street. And I didn't notice that on the opposite direction there's a patrol car.
Oh boy.
I was hoping that the police did not see me. But right when I look at my rear view mirror, there he is, the black and white car with the red and blue light blazing. So I immediately pulled over and look at my rear view mirror. I saw this big, tall, burly cop coming out of his car, typical with his sunglasses on, approached me, knocked on my window, rolled down your window please, and he told me, you are endangering the life of the pedestrian by making a right turn while he's just crossing. So he asked me, give me your registration, your driver's license, and your proof of insurance. So I hurriedly took my wallet, put out my driver's license, get my registration, but I don't have my proof of insurance in my car. So he went back to his car, brought me up, and while he was doing that, I called my wife, and I told my wife, I was stopped by the police. Immediately she said, I told you to count 1, 2, 3 before you proceed. I told her, it's not a rolling stop this time. I mean, it's a pedestrian crossing while I was making a right turn. So the cop handed me the ticket, and he told me, here's your ticket, have a nice day.
Oh my God.
You're right, have a nice day after you have given me my ticket. So a few days had passed. I was waiting for my bill to come in. Nothing has come yet. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
It's coming, don't worry.
nothing. Nothing is coming in from the mail. I was trying to see, maybe my luck is on my side, maybe the cop lost my ticket or lost the booklet, so I was, feeling happy now. 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, nothing. I looked online, go to the website, put my citation number, nothing is coming up. What's going on? I think I'm gonna be lucky. 8 weeks, nothing. The 9th week, the letter came from the Superior Court of California, Los Angeles. I immediately opened the mail, and my jaw almost dropped. My citation cost me $1,200 and change dollars. I showed it to my wife, and my wife said, "Did you kill the pedestrian?"
Yes.
I said, "Thank you for your sense of humor, but I'll not pay it. I'll fight this ticket." My court date was November 26th.
Okay.
So I was waiting for the court date. I was trying to think what I have to do in front of the judge. I have to plead my case. I have to beg him, maybe kneel down or whatever, just to get this down. So that day of reckoning came. I woke up early, make sure I'm at the courthouse on time. I arrived at the Bellflower Courthouse at 7:15 in the morning. And the line was already long, like 2 blocks long. Oh my God, there are a lot of people who got ticketed that day. That's what I'm thinking. Eventually, we came in. I was directed to the traffic ticket booth. And immediately, when it was my turn, I handed my ticket and my proof of insurance. And right there and there, the lady at the back of the counter knocked off $900 from my citation. And I felt relieved. I felt happy. I was to settle for $500, but now I have to pay just over $250.
Okay.
Lesson learned. Proof of insurance should always be, in your car. And another one is patience. If I waited maybe another 10 seconds, I won't be $250 poorer, and I won't have this mental anguish from the driving nightmare. Mr. Toastmaster.
Wow.
Alright, good job. Good job, Kwame, you did a good job. Wow, expensive ticket. Expensive 10 seconds. Absolutely. Okay, now we're gonna, what is the timing report?
Time. Beatrice, for your speech, it was 6 minutes and 14 seconds. You're qualified.
Okay, so she's qualified.
And for Elmer's speech, 6 minutes and 55 seconds. Qualified.
Both qualified.
Both qualified
Okay,
because
good
you
job.
went under the 7 minutes.
Awesome.
6 minutes and 55 seconds.
Okay,
Wow.
let's vote for the best speaker.
Okay.
I'll abstain.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And can it counter the vote also?
In case of a tie, you
In
vote.
case of-
Okay.
I have to pass. So
Yes, it's really us three only, right?
You two then?
Yeah, me
No,
too.
And these two?
So they spoke.
They can vote?
What do you comment, Bobby? The speaker spoke?
Bobby, does the speaker count, vote?
What's the
the
passage?
speaker can vote.
Oh, okay.
The speaker can vote for himself or
Okay.
for the other speaker.
Beatrice,
Have you voted?
if Elmer voted, I think you should vote for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I was voting for himself.
So who will be the
Oh,
All right, so let's vote best speaker. Bobby, can you still take the roll?
Yeah,
You are the tabletop master.
yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, while we collecting votes, so I'd like to call our tabletop master, which is Bobby Conseco. Good job, Bobby.
Hey.
Perfect timing, absolutely. Thank you for being here.
I couldn't believe it.
Thank
No,
you.
I'll tell you what, it was a 57, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 57, I was late too. That was like,
old story.
What's going on?
Yeah.
here?
I think this road.
It's old news.
Yeah, I got that this morning too.
I
I
think
came to work.
it's a combination of the road work and I think there might be an accident. You know,
No, it's
because
like
I
a
see
parking
a
lot.
car that's on the side.
It's like just a parking lot. Nothing really moving.
It was a
It's kind of
challenge.
hard.
I exit down. I just exit and I talk to service.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway, we're here.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all that matters. We're here. And now we're on the table topics portion. I have to be honest with you. I have to pull out questions from my backpack.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this. My first question is, what was the trouble that you were known for when you were a kid? Jesse,
Ah,
you look like, call me. I'm lost to talk about.
I can do that.
You picked the right person.
Thank you for that. That's an easy one. So can you rephrase the question again?
Yeah. What was the most the infamous trouble that you did when you were a kid?
Well, I have a couple, but I want to say one. When I was little, I remember it was Mexico, it was in Tijuana, Mexico. My brother was wearing steel-toe shoes. And then he goes, Jesse, look, these shoes, they hit hard. Really? I said, yes, because they're steel-toes, they got metal on the front. I didn't know. Then they went by, and then I was just there one time at home. And then I see this steel-toe shoes, his shoes, right? I was little and then said, well, let me try them on. I was curious to find out what they were about. So I put them on. Then of course they were too big for me. I was just walking, and like, back in Mexico, I lived in TJ, it was land field where kids play ball, do all kinds of stuff. Then I saw a friend of mine, and I walk up to him. Hey, how you doing? I'm great. So I saw the kid, and then I smack it right, go BAM! I hit him with the steel shoe, right here.
The sheen area.
And then I just a little tap, but I wanted to know what it was like. But I didn't test it on myself. I wanted to know on somebody else's. And I was just a kid, and I was curious. And then I saw I hit this kid. The kid fell on the floor crying. Then I got scared. Then I went home, and hopefully I didn't get in trouble. Then my brother find out. The kid told my brother that what I had done. So then my brother told my dad, And definitely my dad took care of me with the belt.
Oh,
But then I learned my lesson about not doing those things again. And by doing that, I will make sure I wasn't being self-deprecating. Because of the fact that I had a little kid, I knew that I just don't have to do it again. So all right.
Thank
That was
you,
my-
that's it.
thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
No one's clapping.
Well, there's Beatrice left now.
Alright, so that's very interesting. Now let's talk about something that you did most
Turn
embarrassing
that off.
in grade school.
In
in grade school.
Yeah, or when you were young.
yeah,
What's the most embarrassing thing that you did?
in your first grade, second grade, third grade.
Oh, me?
Yes!
I'll
do it. I'll do it.
Was she saying to take me to?
Sorry. No, Karina was really trying to
Oh,
look away.
She's busy.
It didn't have to, right? Who? It's you, boss. The most embarrassing thing
Mhm.
in the grade school.
Yeah.
Well, I have
So many.
too long ago, I can't remember. The most embarrassing moment in grade school. I remember when I went to a private Roman Catholic school, and they have like a lot of steps in the playground, like steep steps actually. I remember maybe I was in my second grade or third grade. We were playing skip hopping, and then we thought, well, we try to be creative and try to do those kind of things in the steps, in the stairs, like skip hopping, you know. It could be dangerous, but when you're only in the third grade, you're nothing better. And as I was doing it, of course, you know what's going to happen. I fall off the steps, like my knee down on those concrete floor, both of them. And needless to say, like it took me 1 minute, I was kind of shocked. And then I screamed like, ah! And I was tears like rolling down my eyes, and because it was really, really painful. As of today, I still remember it was like excruciating pain. I was crying, and after that I was saying, I'm almost 10 years old, and then I sat on the floor crying, and all of a sudden I got so embarrassed. I was embarrassed, and all these students and teachers, they were like coming and crowding over, what happened, what happened? And I just didn't say anything, I couldn't say anything. The next day, I felt some of the students were kind of looking at me different, and was kind of laughing at me, oh, what a crybaby. And I told myself, well, I have to overcome this. I'm not going to develop like a self-deprecating sense of feeling only because I cried the day before and now people look at me funny and kind of laugh at me.
All right. Thank you, Karina.
I stopped.
I was.
You guys scared of the red light?
Huh?
You guys scared of the red light?
You know, growing up, we are not, we were just a modest family, with my family had just meager earnings, so my parents could hardly buy us new clothes and stuff, so you keep wearing them until sometimes you have holes already. So I was already in first year high school, and I was still wearing some underwear with some holes. Then one day I didn't know it was scheduled for our health examination. So so we went to this clinic, and they asked us to take off our clothes. And that nurse who was going to examine me knew my parents, So I had to turn around, and there you can see all the girls. And she didn't say anything about it, but that was the most intense.
Oh my gosh.
And somebody, or I think there was one time your shoe fell off and they saw a hole in your socks. Oh boy.
Oh my.
We have one more question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Bass, it's your turn.
You can do the time.
All right.
No, I will do the
Okay, I'll do the
Last
time.
question is, what's the most, to you, the most unusual or cruelest punishment you ever had for being a nice boy?
Oh!
That's what I heard as part of my punishment. It was my father had a switch. You know, it was flexible. I was young, probably about 7, 8. I don't know what I did, but I remember him hitting it against the table. Because why? The next person he was going to hit was me.
Getting warmed up.
So I woke up and I ran. And he couldn't catch me. But later, what I did is, he kept the switch in a certain place in the house, and I broke it, right? And I hit it. So what did he do? He went out to the yard, we had a guava tree. He took a branch off, cleaned all the leaves off it, and let me have it really hard. Now, I remember that because I don't know what I did. I thought I was doing something good, right? I don't know if I did something good or bad. But I must have done something wrong for him to do that. And I learned a very big lesson because I thought to myself, wow, by me breaking the switch didn't help. It just made him more angry to want to go outside and get another switch, out of the guava tree and to whack me harder with it. So from that point on, I knew I wouldn't do anything like that because what I was doing was I was self-deprecating myself by thinking that by making fun of myself, but it wasn't really funny because at the end my father was the one that was self-deprecating because he was laughing and saying, "I got you." Thank you.
All right, boss. In our family, my parents believe in that saying that spare the rod and spoil the child. So
What do you call it?
What's the saying that you spare the rod, you spoil the child. So they believe that you gotta do.
Wow.
They really hit you with that because we always love to go outside without our parents not. We just want to play outside in the streets, especially when they're away. And then when they found out that we were outside playing, then we get the whacking from behind. We knew it's coming, so what we did is we started putting cardboard in.
That's good.
So we were ready, and then when he hit us behind with a stick, there was a different sound.
Wow.
I said, "Wait a minute, what is this? Take it out!" So we thought we got away with it, but now we were just to be self-deprecating. I would say just dumb, stupid. Anyway, timer's report.
Timer's report. Jesse's time was 1 minute and 37 seconds, qualified.
Okay.
And Karina's was 2 minutes and 13 seconds, you qualified also because you had the grace period of 30 seconds after the 2 minutes, so you're fine. And my time was the best, I'm just kidding. 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay.
I qualified.
Oh, okay. Okay, now let's go for the best
Yeah.
table topics.
Grammarian report.
Yes.
All three use the word. So
Very
yeah.
good.
I don't know if I made
so-
sense, but I used it.
right.
Well, we'd like to continue with, you got the general evaluator?
Oh, general evaluation?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Am I also doing general
Yeah.
evaluation?
Sure.
Okay, alright, so let's do that. Who's the,
Evaluators?
oh, before we do
Vote.
that, let's vote for the
Let's vote.
table topic speaker.
Okay, you do
So who's the evaluator? How many speakers do we have? Two?
2.
3, right? Two
Beatrice,
speakers
Who
and
is evaluating?
Beatrice is.
We are
the
evaluating
post-
each other.
Oh, you're evaluating each other?
Yes.
table topics.
Okay. Alright, so for our first evaluator, please,
Myself. Me.
let's give it a hand. Let's give it up for
All right, give it up for Albert.
evaluating Beatrice.
Thank you, Mr. G.E., our general evaluator, not General Electric. Well, Beatrice, she always amazed me whenever she's on the stage delivering a speech. Very energetic, very enthusiastic. She's very contagious. I guess I have to report you to CD, what do you call it? Central this is control or something? No, that agency that monitors contagious diseases. You're very contagious. You're highly motivated, highly energetic. And your topic, New Year's resolution. I mean, the project itself is project number 9, to persuade the audience. I thought you want to persuade us to adopt or to make New Year's resolution. I think that's the ultimate ultimate goal of your speech. But there was a little switch towards the end. But how you deliver your speech? I mean, I could say your body gestures, you're so excellent. Your vocal variety, the highs and the lows of your vocal tonality is excellent. One thing that I noticed, you have more hand clasping here, especially when you're standing still. And also try to improve your posture when you're just standing here, when you're not moving around the stage. Because most of the time I saw you're doing like this, your legs like spread apart. And I would suggest you stand straight.
Like a lady.
Stand like a lady, not like a man. But other than that, I mean, the use of this stage is excellent. The way you deliver your speech, the way you pronounce the words, the way you emphasize the action words, you emphasize it with your body gesture, like strength. You did like this. Those are good body gestures and vocal I would say vocal variations. Let's go on your topic. The main objective of the project is to persuade us, to persuade your listeners to adopt your viewpoint or your objective. And basically, one of the objectives is to appeal to the audience interest. And I'm pretty sure your subject itself is interesting. It's because it's New Year's resolution. People make resolutions at the beginning of the year, which should not be the case. They should always make resolutions every day, I mean, just to improve themselves. And you use your emotions. You are very passionate on the subject, especially about the Bible. And on the third objective, you did not use any notes. And the last objective, which is the basic objective of the project, is were you able to persuade the audience? Now I leave that to the listener.
Yes.
Mr. General Evaluator. Right.
All right, put it up.
Thank you. Solid evaluation.
Wow.
Good job, Elmer.
Now let's call on to our next evaluator, the lady with the stance.
I stand like a lady this time.
Let's call on.
Don't be shy now.
All right, Beatrice.
Oh my gosh. I know how it feels, when you're being evaluated. Now I'm going to make you feel like that.
Okay.
There's so much tension when someone's talking to you. I try to keep a serious face, but I can't. I'm like,
Be that kind.
please, be kind to me. But Elma has always been kind to me. And I was like a real fan of Elma, like right from the beginning, if you know it or not. Because I seen him as a real warm, friendly, and loving person. And that is what, compensates for any other thing that is lacking if it should be. But when I look at Elmer, and especially when he came up, it was like an impromptu speech, right? He wasn't even there, the speaker, but he just volunteered on the spot. And for a person to talk for 6 minutes impromptu on the spot, that's real credibility, and it's really great. And I really admire you for that. And I have to copy that from you. And next time, be smart and remember to prepare myself for a speech, whether I'm on the agenda or not. So now, regarding his vocal variety, that was his speech. And it says the topic selection and volume, rate, pitch, quality, and I have to evaluate him on all these this criteria. And what I felt, first of all, about the story, it was so interesting. The story was, it just kept me like at the edge of my seat to know what's going to happen next. The way he kept building and building the suspense, it was like, oh, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now? So he somehow, like I told you before, I have ADD, right? If you talk to me, I'm never going to listen to you till you really hold my attention. And Elmer seemed to have that quality. So I was able to listen to him attentively, and I found that my mind wasn't wandering. So that's a great point. So the topic selection was really good, and his volume, what I like about Elmer when he talks is his composure. Like, he's calm and composed. So I could relax, and I wouldn't get like distracted with, with that kind of, it was so friendly. So I like that. If I would make a suggestion, I don't know if I qualify to do it, but I'm going to give it to you a little bit gently. I would suggest about your pitch. Okay, while everything looks really, you look a real seasoned speaker. We can tell that you have done this before. We can tell that you're at ease. We can tell you're calm and composed. But if you would put in that variation in your volume, like when you said, oh, you saw the $1,000. Maybe you could have said, $1,000? That's me. I killed someone! I'm just kidding. So, well, that's, body language, perfect, very seasoned. And organization of your speech, the word usage. I can tell you, Elmer, you have places to go, but I really love that you are with us and we're enjoying your company. Mr. Toastmaster.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Richard, great job.
Mr. Timer, can you
Oh,
tell
yes.
us
I'm
the
multitasking here.
timer?
It's about time to work.
Elmer, you qualified 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
Beatrice, with all her yelling and screaming, she qualified 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
Oh my God.
Talking about, you had 3 seconds
Oh,
to disqualify. Made it.
must be the grace of God.
I know, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's vote for the best evaluator. All right.
Bob, come around to me. Just vote first.
All right.
Where's my?
Okay, for my evaluation of this meeting, one thing I like about the meeting that happened today, even though I wasn't here on time, is that I see that you're able to assume different roles and still continue with the meeting, even though even though there's only a few of you. And that's good because it speaks of your commitment to trying to develop your communication skills. Our club, in my home club in Cerritos, the Eclectic Dialectic, those who were way ahead of me, they were telling us how the club came down to like only 3 people,
Wow.
3 of them, but they still continue it. So they had different roles, and they were meeting in some restaurants or whatever. But because they were so committed to building the club, and started to giving out speech crafts, and people start coming in. And now our home club is so healthy that you have an average of maybe 20 people. At one time we had a membership roll of like 44. So, and you will always manage that whatever roster you have, if you have a maximum number of people, on the average at least half of them would show up every meeting. So because we have 40, then sometimes we have 15, 20. So everybody was able to participate. So don't
You should drink that one.
be discouraged just because you only have a few here. Pursue, follow the manuals that you're supposed to complete. Focus on the speeches, and I think you did a very good job. My suggestion is, as a member, try not to be late.
Try not to be late.
Late.
That's so cool. You're right.
Be respectful of the other members. Because they make every effort to come on time. And finally, I think that's my report for today. And the other thing that I like to also mention is the fact that you are all wearing tags. Continue that. That's very good. That's a very good practice to always have tags, even though we already know each other.
I know.
But that's good. Good practice. So that way, anybody who just come in, especially if they come in late, they will know right away who the people are because they have this tag. But with that said, I return control back to our Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Who is?
He forgot
All
his-
right, good job. Thank you, Bobby. Let's get off of Bobby, did a great job. All right. Absolutely. Now, I'm returning control to myself, the president. Now what I like to do is get the ribbons to acknowledge our
Good job.
Just the
Speakers.
counter.
Okay. Did you go over the
Oh,
outcome?
yeah, the calendar.
Our counter.
Okay, let's do the out counter. Not a
Yes.
problem. We'll take care of that. Can you please give us, Karina, the out counter?
The our counter. For Beatrice, I noticed that you like to always, most of the time, you like to start your sentence with N. So I come up, you have 21 N's. 1 you know, 2 and 7 so. Elma, 1 12 N and 10 so. Jesse, 1 like, 1 4 N, 1 that and 3 so's. Vas, you have 2 you know, 3 N and 3 so. And you didn't write down anything for me, Jesse.
No, you did good.
There was
I know you said N, but you said N, but it was appropriate for you to say the word N. When we replace saying a lot of N's.
I didn't use any
No, you did really great.
Oh,
Absolutely,
good.
you're doing really awesome. So that's great. It's a big accomplishment. Now, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna give the ribbons to our people who candidated and won. For instance, we're gonna call for best table topics. Let's call for Boss.
I promise I didn't overact.
Bravo, friend. Good job. Good job. Thank you. All
I'm
right.
sure he didn't vote.
Don't worry,
picture,
you're-
picture, picture.
You're on camera too, but hey,
Picture.
one picture. Okay, we'll
Yeah,
give him a
picture
picture.
It's gonna go on Facebook.
Oh,
Oh, no.
No?
No.
Don't make me laugh. Just nice.
All right, good job. We'll get up for Boss. Let's call our next winner His name is Elmer for Best Speaker. Alright. See? There you go, my friend.
Bravo!
Thank
Hold
you.
it, picture time, roll that, okay. We'll hold it right here.
One moment, I need to get.
Alright, good job, get up, Elmer.
I voted for you.
And let's do our best evaluator. That is Elmer. There you go.
Good job, man.
All right, there you go.
He's like, in spite of me voting for
Oh,
you,
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Rub it in, huh?
I can't give the results, sorry.
Recount?
Good job. Looks like we're having fun.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
Now, one comment I want to make. I want to thank you, all of you, for being here. Really, I know the freeway was very challenging. I was passing by the 57 about 9:30. It was backed up, but not as bad probably as it would be right now. I know when I figure, well, we said on the 57 freeway, I said, oh, Bobby's gonna go back home, where he came from, because that's what Viola did. She saw the challenge of the freeway, she said, forget it. And that, I really acknowledge you for doing that, because that shows commitment.
I know.
Who's willing
Yeah.
to,
Yeah, let's give it a word for Bobby.
who's really willing to go the extra mile, put a little extra effort, and an extra 5 minutes. I think just the fact that you're here, even though the last minute, but it showed, look, I was late, but I'm still here. It was out of my hands, but it's still here. That shows the willingness to be an asset to that group, and I really acknowledge you for that. And those who were able to make it for different reasons, we'll pray for them, and we hope they come back the next next Wednesday, and we go from there.
Yeah.
As also the president, I'm committed to this group.
Yes.
I'm being passing the word around. It takes time, a little time for people to get going, but I'm gonna put more effort into following up with people that are looking to really develop themselves. I know a lot of that could be busy or even procrastination. I wanna follow up by phone call or text. Look, when's this coming up, when's this coming up? Wanna see the value that they get here, they'll be a little more committed to wanting to be here. So I thank you again, each one of you, you're one of you, it's a big asset to this club. I really thank you, Vaz, for taking on the role, and Karina, and Beatrice for continuing helping out, Elmer and Bobby and myself here. We'll make it happen, and we'll make it fun. Is there any comments, anything that wants to?
I just want to mention the race training.
Yes.
Did everybody attend the race training last Saturday? There's another one coming on this coming Saturday. Who among the officers who attended the training already?
I haven't personally, because I have a challenge on Saturday
Oh,
mornings. I
mhm.
have
Yeah.
business meetings every Saturday here from 8:30 in the morning till about 3 o'clock. However, in myself, Adolfo, I'm not sure if he did. I know he signed up online to do the little 5-minute quiz and stuff.
Yeah.
I have not. I attended last year for the same position, but I have to go for the same
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to?
Yeah.
Because I did that last year too.
Yeah, you just have to.
Go again?
Yes. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why Toastmasters believe that to be an officer, you have to be trained every 6 months.
Okay.
Even if it's for the same position, because when you attend one of these trainings, you never know that you'll pick up some new ideas.
Yeah,
So it's coming up in
So, or
Calgary?
at least share your experience with others. It might be a blessing for
Yeah,
them too.
I'll probably do the
But that's
makeup
all.
class because I won't be able to do it this Saturday. I'm gonna go to my traffic school for the
Yes.
ticket that I did.
$1,000?
That's scheduled this Saturday, my
I
traffic
forgot
school.
to count
Traffic
again.
school.
1,
You know,
2, 3.
Elmer,
Huh?
do you know that you can do traffic school online?
Yeah, but I'd rather go to the actual school because they send the report to the court themselves. But online, it's
They
it's
do
up
that
to you.
too. They do
You
that.
don't know. You cannot keep track of what's going on online.
I did that online, and after you go through all these exercises, and then when you're ready to take the test, it will tell you whether you completed so many hours.
That's right.
So you still have to,
Oh, you really have to complete the
even though
hours,
you went through all the
Yeah.
chapters and all. So what I did, I went back to one of those chapters and then left the computer on.
Yeah.
Then walked away. Then I completed some of the hours, and then I took the test. Then when you had the test taken, then that completes it, and they will take care of it.
Yeah, my deadline is the 30th, so I'd rather go to the traffic school itself.
Oh,
So,
Well, it says that the LACE training is on Saturday,
yes.
July 19th.
No, I
That's
think
probably
that's a mistake.
January
That's
19th.
supposed to be January.
Is this Saturday coming up?
It's this Saturday.
Oh my gosh, I was
is it Dawson from
From,
Victoria?
who is this? This is from, it was Ed. Who's it?
Hmm.
That's supposed to be 19th January.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
Let me ask you, have you completed the
quiz.
no, Elmer, have you done the online?
Quiz.
The quiz.
quiz.
The quiz. No, not.
Okay.
It's very easy. I did
Yes.
it, yeah.
And you
It's
pay
just-
half. You pay half the price.
I can now if I'm going to the
Yeah,
LACE.
yeah, they will
I'll
give
pay
you
half.
a.
But then if all of you do it, then we'll go free.
Yeah.
Even if you don't go, you sign up, you get it free.
Yeah,
Just for taking the quiz.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
if you haven't
That's my
signed up, you
understanding.
just take the
It's
quiz
so
and then they will
easy.
send you
Yeah.
So who's planning on going this Saturday? I cannot make it. I have a big training to attend.
I'm sure there's going to be makeup,
Makeup,
but I
yes.
think it's also good to take that quiz because
Quiz.
it's like a training.
Oh, the
itself. I
deadline
think
is today, I
ultimately
guess.
For
they probably might
The
use
quiz?
that online training to
Deadline
qualify
They said 18 or
members.
16.
But
was
this is the
deadline.
first time that they did it.
Oh.
So if you're a, for example, sergeant at arms, you select the role that you're, and then it would give you all this information about what you have to do. It's pretty much like a training itself. But right now they're not considering it as a training, you know. So you just.
You know the deadline?
For
Is it
today? Today is the
I
training.
better take that later.
They changed
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
deadline.
Absolutely.
Yeah, today is the, so you can get
For the
the,
quiz?
yeah, for the
Yeah.
quiz, yeah.
So
Okay, well, let's try to get that done as soon as possible. Those who are looking forward to attend, I think it definitely be a great value to you. And Mitch, yeah, absolutely. I think the fact that you go back again, you always learn something new. I think that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
Bob is
worth
very
it.
knowledgeable because he's been
Yeah.
in the work for many years, so that's why he's able to do.
And there's also
things.
a schedule called Advanced President Training or Advanced BPE. So if that will take place of taking another same seminar for or workshop for the same role, you know, that also will qualify.
So it's in Talbot. I think I will go.
Okay, there's anything else? Anything else? Okay, myself want to look into if there's any makeup dates and different times, different dates. I definitely want to take advantage of that, but if nothing else, let's get it done. It's adjourned.
Can we
Alright.
have a, no, you can go. Can we have a meeting after this?
Yes,
You
we
and-
can.
I
Absolutely.
gotta go. It's after work.
Alright.
With
With all the accolades and all the
Thank you so much.
backups and
I'll
all
see you
the-
again next week.
All the awards, he bagged all
Thank
the
you. I
awards.
appreciate it. I love notes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He bagged all the awards. That's what you get for coming.
Joe, hey, I want to ask you about the flag. It's supposed to be this way. It's wrong.
Yeah, yeah. It has to be,